Have you ever looked down at your dog and wondered, I wonder what you would say to me if you could talk? Although humans are able to communicate with some animals on a basic level, we can't understand the majority of what animals want to say to us. But what if we could? What if animals could talk? Welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions. I'm Charlotte Dobre. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and let us know in the comments below what topics you would like to see next. Imagine if every animal on Earth could speak. For starters, the world would be a pretty noisy place. Think about every squirrel, dog, bird, cat, horse, and raccoon having the ability to speak. Let's face it, most of them would probably just ask us for food. But in the off chance that animals suddenly became intelligent as well as the ability to speak, here's what would happen. If animals could talk, maybe that would mean they are as intelligent as humans. If animals were intelligent like us, perhaps they would build their own societies. Perhaps they would think humans are their enemies and plot to rise up against us. And they would probably win. There are way more animals on Earth than there are people. Let's avoid that scenario and stick to a simpler alternate universe because frankly, that one scares me. If animals could talk, they could very well become the ultimate companions. Perhaps they would no longer be considered pets. Dogs are incredibly loyal. Not all friends are. You would always have someone to confide in, and animals would confide in you. They would be able to tell us what they want, how they feel, or if they're sick and needed to see a vet. Training animals would be a thing of the past. We wouldn't train animals, we would teach them, the way we do our children when they're growing up. If animals could talk, that raises the question, would animals also have rights? There are already some initiatives that exist to extend legal rights to chimpanzees. What if all animals suddenly had rights and we were no longer able to use animals to further human understanding of diseases and the development of cures for those diseases? If animals could talk, it certainly would be a lot harder for people to eat meat. There would be a lot more vegetarians. If animals could talk, they would be able to communicate the pain they experience when they're subjected to testing, when they lose their habitat due to human development, when they lose loved ones to the meat industry. It would be extremely difficult to slaughter a cow or a chicken who's pleading for its life. If animals could talk, there would be a lot less animal cruelty. There would be no such thing as zoos, circuses, or animal parks. It is arguable that humans visit zoos and aquariums in order to have some sort of interaction with animals. But if those animals were able to communicate with us, it would be difficult to keep them in cages. Interactions with animals in zoos would become very hard to experience and would no longer be a source of entertainment. How miserable would it be to go to a zoo only to hear how unhappy the animals are because they're being kept in cages? It would be like going to a jail, only all the individuals in that jail are innocent. Australian philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein once said, "If a lion could talk, we would not understand him," meaning animals likely have a completely different understanding of life than humans do. Science shows that the animals with the most complex brains are the ones most capable of cruelty. Humans have the capacity to be empathic, but we also have the capacity to be quite nasty. Why not animals as well? Dolphins, for example, slaughter hundreds of porpoises at once. There is no evolutionary gain for dolphins to slaughter porpoises. They don't even eat the same food. The only reasonable explanation is that dolphins kill porpoises because they want to. But maybe if animals could talk, we could ask the dolphins why they kill porpoises instead of guessing. Why is it that animals have to be able to speak with us in order for us to empathize with them? Even though they don't speak, they do communicate with us. Perhaps it's not animals that should learn the ability to speak. Perhaps it's humans who should develop the ability to listen. Thank you for watching this video until the end. That means you enjoyed it. If you love our videos, please support this channel by donating to our Patreon. And if you would like to continue watching, check out our playlist, Biggest What Ifs. That is all for now, and thanks for watching LBQ.